What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. And I've had a major problem with Meta the past few weeks, and I would say the past month. I've had a major issue with them, and specifically with iRacing, because I haven't noticed any major bugs in any other game besides iRacing. And the Meta UI for the Quest Link app on PC sucks right now. It absolutely sucks. So for those of you who don't have to go through the suffering that is us Quest users, let me catch you up on the lore here. 1 month ago, Meta released a new update to their Quest Link app, and in order for you to use the Meta Quest 3, Quest 2, Quest 3S, you have to download the Quest Link app in order to run PC VR at all. It is a necessity. You need it. Doesn't matter if you have OpenXR, OpenVR, that virtual desktop, you need this app. And usually that wouldn't be a bad thing. I mean, there's a lot of devices out there that you need to have a specific app on the PC or on your phone for it to run at all or work properly. So usually this would not be a bad issue. But for some reason, the people at Meta just are so incompetent when it comes to doing their job correctly. There's been so many updates that I've had issues with the headset not running correctly, with it bugging out, consistently disconnecting, reconnecting. I made a video about it, of giving my opinion on the Quest 3, and in that video I said it's not bad if you have a good PC. That is cap. I take that back. It is not bad when you have a good PC if the app chooses to run correctly. If the app chooses to run correctly, and if Meta actually releases a decent update that actually fixes all the problems with the stupid app, then it will run correctly, and it will run amazingly if you have a good PC that can handle the power. But like I said, Meta's incompetent. They are so mind-numbingly incompetent when it comes to these updates. They cannot release a single good update at all. 100%. The best update I had was I believe I also have a YouTube video of me I can't even talk right now. That's how stupid this is. I have a YouTube clip and a couple YouTube videos showing me racing in VR, and I believe all of them are YouTube shorts. Most of them are YouTube shorts, but it was me racing in VR, and I was able to get a good 100, not 100. I was able to get a good 72 to 75 FPS on that thing, which obviously it's not a lot in VR, but it was a good amount for me because I'm not running the most powerful setup in the world. I have an RTX 3090, or not 3090. I have an RTX 3050, not even a TI, just regular 3050. So I can't get any of these good frame rates on VR. So I lower my graphics down just a little bit so I can get that kind of performance with the 72 FPS. Otherwise, if I max everything out, it floats around the 30 to 35 FPS range with your occasional 25 FPS drop. But I've had issues before with me playing at 30 FPS consistently, and then all of a sudden it just drops. I mean, that sucker drops to 3 frames per second. My headset starts getting glitchy, and there should be a video on it of what it looks like when it starts getting glitchy. It starts getting so laggy that I can't even play the dang thing. Oh, don't do it to me again. Don't do it to me again. You're dropping frames. I don't like that.
This is the last race of Charlotte this week, bro.
Why are you dropping frames?
I think there might be one more.
Nah, this isn't the last.
You're dropping frames like crazy. What the heck?
Okay, this is the last one.
I'm legit playing at 8 frames per second. I might have to get off and rejoin. Yeah, this is not working. And usually what would fix it is I double tap the headset. It takes it out of VR into augmented reality. I double tap it again, putting it back in, and most of the time that would fix the problem. Occasionally, depending on the race I was racing in, it would sporadically do that again, but it wasn't too shaky to where It was shaky to where it was annoying, but wasn't so bad to where I couldn't race. But there is no other update that was as bad as this one. This one I've dealt with the worst. I almost quit using my VR headset for PC VR because of this single stupid update alone. I'm sure you can hear just how passionate I am for this. I love PC VR when it works correctly. I'm hoping that this is only a Quest issue. I don't have any other VR headset, and I don't have the money for any other VR headset, so I can't say for others. I'm sorry. I can only give my opinion on the Quest 3 because that's the only one I have. But man, it runs like dog cheeks, absolute dog doo-doo ball cheeks. And with each update to this Quest Link app, because the headset itself is fine, there's nothing wrong with the headset, it's the stupid app that they have on the PC. They need to hire actual people who know how to do their freaking jobs, because these people don't know how to update crap. And you could be saying, yo, you don't know how the PC works, you don't know how to update stuff, you don't know how hard it is. I don't care how hard it is. There's other companies. This is a multi-billion-dollar company. I'm not talking about an indie company here. I'm not talking about some low-end company that is trying its hardest to make us proud. I'm talking about a multi-billion-dollar corporation that owns this crap. And they can't even release a good freaking update, man. Come on. It is not that hard. You just need to hire good people who know what they're doing. Why is it so hard to keep good freaking consistent updates? And it's not like they update the problem and the problem just goes away. They update it, that problem goes away, but then there's always another problem. There's always another freaking problem. And it's not like a minor inconvenience. It's like, oh, just this bug fix that we'll fix later. Oh, we noticed that there's some issues with loading times, which is another issue that I'll get into. But there's some issues. Let's fix it. No, they are major issues that break up my gameplay and other people's gameplay. I've heard from tons of other people while researching on the internet how to fix this stupid freaking problem on Reddit, on Quora, on YouTube, every freaking where I go. Everybody seems to have this problem, whether it was from 3 to 5 years ago all the way up to now. I don't get it. I seriously do not get it. I don't get how hard it is to keep good consistent updates, man. I don't. So, is there a fix for this? I'll tell you the fix. Meta, freaking update your thing again. It's so stupid. But other than that, there is a temporary fix that actually solved the problem with the long loading times, and maybe it might solve the problem if you fiddle with it long enough. It'll fix the glitching retardedism of your headset. What you have to do is you have to go in and you have to first of all reboot your headset, like restart it, restart your PC. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go into your files to where you downloaded it, press that, and then it will do it's going to ask you, do you want to do a system repair, do you want to uninstall it, or do you want to install it? You're going to want to press system repair and wait a few minutes. Once it repairs the system, it will start working good again, and then you can actually load in to your app and use it. For some reason, I don't know why, but I feel like this is specific with iRacing, and the reason I say that is because I played other PC VR games before. I played DCS, I played War Thunder, I played what's that one game where you have the bird, Falcon Age. I played those games. Mostly the higher end games. I noticed the problems in the higher end games, but I have never seen more chaotic, a more poor VR experience than iRacing, because that's the main reason why I play PC VR. That's the only reason why I play PC VR is for iRacing. It is the most, from what I've experienced with using the MetaQuest 3. And on a side note, I have an aftermarket link cable. I forgot the name of this sucker. I don't know. I'll look it up later. But I thought it was the link cable, but apparently it's not, because other people with the regular link cable experience this issue as well. But I'm getting off topic. I'll get back to that later. This issue seems to be the most prevalent when it comes to glitching and bugginess on iRacing. I tried it last night. I got curious. I'm like, you know what? Let me try another VR game just to make sure this is iRacing specific and MetaQuest specific. I got onto Falcon Age and no issues there. I wasn't running OpenXR, which I'll also get into OpenXR, but I wasn't running OpenXR. I was running OpenVR because it's a a Steam game. So that was perfectly fine. I didn't have any issues with that. That ran buttery smooth. But God forbid you try to run iRacing on that sucker. 9 times out of 10, it's gonna frick you in the butt. It's so tedious to get it to run correctly. And like I said, this is my experience with running the stupid VR headset that's sitting right next to me right here. It's my experience running with this, and like I said, I thought it was the MetaQuest Link cable, and I got this aftermarket one, and it has obviously USB on the part where it plugs into the headset, but or USB-C, but on the part where it plugs into the PC is just regular USB. So I thought, oh, maybe because it's not that good of a link connection, because that's what it says on the dang thing. It's not that good of a link connection. Maybe that's what's causing the bugginess. No, I thought it was the Wi-Fi. I still think the Wi-Fi might have something to do with it, because my Wi-Fi is actually dog doodle balls. But that's not the majority of it. It's just the stupidity of the MetaQuest app. The absolute stupidity of the MetaQuest app. It's so retarded. Forgive me for saying, but it's so stupid to run that dumb app on the PC. And you can tell I'm frustrated because I'm talking fast without stuttering. Even if I bump my graphics down, I'm talking like bare bones graphics. If I lower those graphics to the lowest setting, for some reason it still runs like trash. And I think I know my GPU has a lot to do with that, because like I said before, it's an RTX 3050. It's an old GPU. It runs great with regular games, but you're really pushing the limits when it comes to VR. So that obviously has an issue with that, but just, it's so stupid. And then what's crazy is the fact that like I said before, for some reason this is an iRacing issue. It's like iRacing and Meta freaking hate each other. I don't know what the issue is. I don't know why this can't connect, and I don't know why this is working. I fiddled with it so many freaking times, and it just still continues to be a moron. Absolutely. Like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. And I've said that many times before, but I will say it again. I don't get how hard it is to make two things work together. I seriously don't. And then what makes it even worse is, like I said before, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes on other tracks it works perfectly, and then I've had experiences where on I've raced one track and it works perfectly, on another track it runs like trash. So I don't know why that's an issue. I think that's a graphical issue, if I'm not mistaken. But still, please run correctly. I don't want to have to lower my graphics down to the bare bones minimum settings, which that doesn't even work, because I've already tried it multiple times and it doesn't work like crap. But I don't want to have to lower my entire graphical settings just to get one better frame on the stupid racing simulator and on the stupid MetaQuest PC app. And lastly, OpenXR. I have to do research on this again, but I believe last year or 2023. They were no longer updating OpenXR, so we won't have any more updates for that. I have to check again. Actually, let me check right now so I know that I'm not wrong. So apparently they are getting new updates, and it's under Meta. Absolutely freaking lovely. No wonder I've been having issues with both OpenXR and Meta. That explains everything to me. And this was 3 months ago. No wonder I've been having issues. Yeah, but like, for a multi-billion-dollar corporation, the least you can do is actually make good updates. I don't see why every update that comes out for this stupid app, there's always a major issue or a major flaw, or multiple at that. That makes the user experience absolutely awful. I've like I said, I've only experienced this with Meta, because I have an Oculus Quest 3, so that's the only thing I can compare it to. I can't compare it to the Valve Index. I can't compare it to the HTC Vive. I can't compare it to the NeoPixel, or not NeoPixel, whatever that big funky looking one is. I can't compare it to that. I can only speak on behalf of what I've experienced with the MetaQuest 3, and my gosh, these past few months and these past few weeks has been the worst experience I've ever had. Meta, if you're watching this, or if the staff at Meta is watching this, please update, come out with an update that can fix this issue. And if heck, if we have another issue that's not as bad, I don't care. Just make sure you don't have another issue that's this bad to where the user experience is like so awful it's unusable. I cannot even use this with iRacing. And iRacing, update your junk too, so that way it's up to standards and up to par with what Meta has to offer, because apparently they're operating OpenXR now. So like, come on, please do something. Fix the app. Please fix the app, because it is frustrating trying to run this thing. And it is frustrating trying to run it with iRacing. And I love VR. I love racing in VR because it allows me, with my crummy looking setup right now, to experience what it's like sitting in a racing car. And I don't know if you noticed, but I don't have $1 million to $2 million laying around where I could spend actually racing these cars. So this is the best option I got. But yeah, no, this was more of a rant video. Sorry it wasn't another racing video. That's all I have for the video. Like and subscribe if you're new, and I will catch you on the next one.